This is my first time playing Path of Exile. Been playing for 4 weeks now, and a few days ago, like start of the third week, I earned my HeadHunter, which was kind of a big goal after seeing how crazy this item was. On top of that, I got some other nice stuff. I suppose maybe 20x, 20, 30x. So I just want to make a quick YouTube video highlighting how my league has gone so far and the learning curve of being a new player coming into such a ridiculously complex game. So I first started playing a ranger with Ice Shot, and I was at level 63, just absorbing as much content as I could from Twitch, YouTube, other sources. And I saw Crip recommend this awesome price checking application he's using.
It's an add-on that like prices shit for you.
So I downloaded it and got instantly banned an hour later. It's pretty unfortunate. I ban appealed and tweeted them out, but didn't get a response that day, so I re-rolled my Gladiator bleeding character. Pretty happy that I did, honestly. I was enjoying that one a lot more. I also looked up what's the most popular price checking app that everyone's using, and it seemed to be Awakened POE. So I installed that while I was leveling, and by the next day I hadn't been permanently banned, so I brought stash tabs for about $20 stash tabs, which pretty essential to playing the game, I'd say. I took the game really slow at the start, doing all the side missions, quests, trying to understand my character and all the intricacies of the build, and just really taking my time, trying to take it all in. It was pretty easy until you hit maps, and then as soon as you passed Act 10, it's like, oh my god, what do I do? So many different mechanics that aren't really explained, and oh man, so much depth to all of them. So really, after hitting maps, it was just I'd play maybe 3 hours a day, and then like watch YouTube videos for like 3 or 6 hours. What are these missions? What do they do? What are the rewards? How do I make currency? What do I pick up? Because by that time the game was just throwing ridiculous amounts of loot at me. With no idea what to pick up at all, because everything seemed absolutely worthless. So for that week after hitting maps, I'd play a few hours a day and research for a few more hours each day. And just come back to the game with a fresh mindset of what to do, what to try out. After a few days, quickly learned that harvest might be the easiest means of making ridiculous amounts of currency without too much intricate game knowledge. So just find a harvest, open up Notepad for put the augments, remove ads onto here so I can copy paste this into the Trove Discord to sell. And then for the cheaper things like randomizers, remove non-ad, just gave those away for free practically, so I could get vouchers, so that people with these big crafts here, they would stop asking me for more money than I have as collateral for their crafts. Someone will message you normally pretty quickly if you priced it well, or if you have a rank in the Discord. Easy exalts. Try to start making use of all the additional crafts and harvest, because when you land in there, you get you look for the good stuff. Then there's like 40 or 50 Reforges. So I started looking for good bases to smack Reforges on, and the physical and attacks, I would often throw them onto okay steel rings, just pick up some crappy steel rings, influenced or not. Just keep slamming the physical Reforge attack on these. Two-tone boots, maybe different chests, just finding items that can potentially roll into something of a little bit of value with those Reforges, and that added up to a lot of money. Just all these random items that rolled okay. Sell them for maybe an exalt. Gotta say though, the harvest is not what I would like to do in the future, or now. Even now with a bit more game knowledge, I would much rather just get my currency through killing bosses, killing maps, juicing up maps, and then clearing the maps. That'd be, yeah, actually killing things. I'd and not just sitting there trying to craft and sell crafts to people making the big money. That's for sure what I would rather be doing. But one required a lot of game knowledge, another one just required finding the harvest mod in your map. With that knowledge though, I feel like I would do much better in future leagues. I think just rush T16 maps, give it a little bit of delirium juice, do some kind of strategy like these Maven talent points on the map. Just really juice whatever you can and do lots of that. Would definitely be my way to go in the future. I wouldn't just do my current strategy of Haywalk Hamlet with these Zana waystones, just trying to find harvests plus map she has of harvest. Oh yes, and the essences too. That definitely adds up. Once you've got enough essences, I found that you could charge double the selling price for these. Like they're selling for 2 chaos, and I list them up for 4, 5, and for these more expensive ones, they've all sold. I sell them at double their trading price, and if you got enough, people just buy it in bulk. They don't care. They'll just pay whatever you're asking to get their crafts going. So on my way up, I did get a few good items, like this Asylum's Sinner Tricore, oh, whatever this is, this Asylum movement. I brought this for about 7 exalts really early on, and a couple days later it's worth, oh my god, 15, man, 7 exalts for this, and now it's worth 15 chaos. So yep. I did craft this bow. I found a guide on YouTube for how to craft these bows in a completely deterministic fashion, and I rolled a really sick base. I rolled T1 Fizz and T1 Damage Over Time Multi, so I had to hit up a friend and he helped me through how to craft this bow. So imprinted until we got something we could remove from harvest, followed by throwing a craft on there to block all these suffixes, so that we would land the prefix of bleeding inflicted with weapon, deal more damage, remove the harvest craft, add multi-mod, and you got a sick weapon on your hands. So this cost me, I'm not sure, maybe 10 exalts. I got fairly lucky, and at the time this was like a 40 exalt bow, so that really let me just push into the endgame. T16s went from being doable to being destroyed once this upgrade happened, and the rest of my gear is pretty simple. Everything's about an exalt or 2. I had a Lava's coil belt, which I sold for the very last exalts to get HeadHunter. I had a really nice one too. But other than that, everything else is barely worth an exalt or 2 on my gear. And for a lot of the items, I heavily overpaid by not knowing how to properly search the trade Discord, the trade website. Like 10 chaos boots, 20 chaos quiver. Gloves are about 60 chaos. Chest 3 exalts. This ring may be an exalt, yeah. 1 exalt for this ring. Oh, and crafting this necklace. I learned a lot about crafting while doing this necklace, because I was trying to do remove defense and then add life and then block with a life craft, but I did all of that without specifically looking up what I was doing, and I ended up making it impossible to receive the maximum life roll on the necklace with how I was doing it. So I just threw a bunch of currency into this necklace, and I couldn't even achieve the desired outcome. So that was a learning lesson. But after that, figured out how to search up what mods are what and how to block properly. So specifically, most of my currency was doing the harvests, and I'd do them with this talent tree in Haywalk Hamlet. Essences were good money too. And also watchstones that increased your chance for Zana missions. You just throw on a atoll map normally, real quick. Also have my 3 favorited map slots for being atoll. Like this, nope. Throw the map in, blast it really quick. Normally the harvest is either right at the front here, or kind of at the opposite side of the map. Takes maybe 1 or 2 minutes to clear the whole map. And this isn't HeadHunter speed either, this was think I was even clearing these maps faster without the Headhunter, because the Rislav was 40% more damage. So that's how I mostly work my way up to Headhunter, just selling harvest crafts, slamming a few Reforges, and clearing maps as fast as possible while sustaining mostly atolls. Also did any Maven invites and Conquerors, and I mostly sold off my Cyruses, sadly. Build is really cheap, like it showed is everything but the bow can be acquired for like under 10x, and then the bow is roughly it's more like a 15 to 20x bow. In the future, tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'll be re-rolling into a different kind of build. I feel like this build is far from finished, right? But I want to discover other aspects of the game. I think I'll be switching into an int stacking build. There's also other things I want to try, but I hear the int stacking build is very complicated and it requires a lot of game knowledge, especially to craft up your items. And while I don't have that knowledge, I want to learn so that I will then have that knowledge. So thank you for watching my quick recap here of my league. Really enjoying PoE. Still overwhelmed, confused about a lot of mechanics of the game, but those will come with time, I'm sure. Remember to sub to my YouTube and comment if you have any questions or want to see noob-friendly guides for Path of Exile or other games. And I'll likely be streaming a lot of my progress on Twitch TV as well, so links in the description for those. Cheers.